the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second and 11. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Yeah, baby.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 21 carries, 75 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
51. Record. Out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
It's running.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running from the gun with Howard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Mike's number one. Hey, time.
Second and 6 at the 18-yard line.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now Saquon Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
The tackle made by Derek Barnett. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 2nd and 9 now. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Let's go, baby.
We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll run it, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a second down run with Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They run with Howard. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Dixon. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Broken tackle, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
Come on,
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Scott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll drop to throw. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Keep playing hard.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
51 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Hey, there he is. Touchdown,
Sterling Shepard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, this is Howard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
We play to win. Let's go.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Back to throw. He's got Smith here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, it's Sanders. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. got a man. He finds Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man. That's Marshall. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Come on now.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Barkley, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
There we go.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Another run here with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
Again, it's Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barker. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Rosas to add the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Giants 45.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Come on, fellas.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Thomas has it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Back to throw here. Thomas has got it, complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Second and 11. For Marshall, that's complete. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
So it's third and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise.
And he's going to go down again.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
right there. All day, baby.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. New York set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On second down now, Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Dixon running from the shotgun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Another run with Sanders. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. It's caught. Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 1. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Set.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.